Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we talk all about profitability. And what we're gonna do is really look at these numbers and see if these are products that are actually worth our time to invest in as far as selling them on Amazon, and whether or not after we pay for all of the things that it will take to get the product to Amazon up and listed and sold, are we still going to make money at the end of it? That is the question that we're gonna answer in today's video. So if you have been wondering how to figure out if a product is worth your investment, worth your time, this is the video for you. So go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna jump right into it. All right, so we are inside of Amazon.com, and I have Helium 10 already downloaded on my computer. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you can go ahead and use the link below in my description. That will give you a discount so that you can get the best possible pricing for Helium 10. But when you do go ahead and install the plugin into your toolbar, you're gonna have all of this information that you can see start populating within your search results. So you can see a bunch of different things here. I did talk about this more in my product research video, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and watch that video. But I talk about how they show you all of this information, like the country of origin of the seller of the products. It shows you the categories, where they're placed in the categories, and a bunch of cool information. But we are here because we want to look at the profitability calculator. So in order to use this tool correctly, you're going to want to go inside of a product listing. So this is not a product listing that you're looking at. This is a search page. So you're not going to be able to use the calculator on this page here. So this is what happens when I try to use it. I go up here to my toolbar and I can see all of these different tools, but profitability calculator is grayed out because I'm not in a specific product listing. So if you're having that issue, it's because you have to click on one before you'll be able to use the tool. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these listings here. I'm going to pick this one because it's Amazon's choice, so why not? We'll use this one here. And what you can do is you can find the profitability calculator in two places. You can either go into your extension tool right at the top, and remember before it was grayed out, but now we can see the profitability calculator. Or what you can do is also scroll down, and then you'll see it right here on the listing page as well. So those are the two different places that you can find it. Either way, you're gonna see the same thing when you click on it. So I'll go ahead and click on it right here, and the profitability calculator will pop up. So let me explain to you what you're looking at. It automatically defaults to the FBA view. So you have FBA or FBM. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and FBM stands for Fulfillment by Merchants. The reason that there are two different ways to look at it is if you're doing FBA or Fulfillment by Amazon, there are gonna be other fees that are included that would not be included if you did FBM or Fulfillment by Merchant, right? If Amazon's doing it for you, you're paying Amazon. If you're doing it yourself, you're not paying Amazon, but you're spending more of your own time doing your own shipping. So I only ever look at the FBA view because I highly recommend just doing Amazon FBA. So what we can see here is what Helium 10 is estimating and calculating based off of the information that they have for all of the numbers for all these different metrics. Now, the things that are accurate are the price point, right? So the price of this product is $7.99, the dimensions of the product, all of this information is pulled directly from the listing. So whatever the seller has put as this information, and Amazon has also, weighed the product and measured it themselves, this is accurate information that you're seeing up here. So we've got the price, the dimensions of the product, the weight of the product, we've got the outbound shipping weight, so that's the shipping of the total product, including the packaging and everything else. And then the size tier, which Amazon has a couple of different tiers. This one happens to fall in large standard. And depending on the tier, there are gonna be different fees associated with that. So you want to make sure that when you're starting out, whatever product you're selling is small standard or large standard. You don't ever want this to say oversized for a product that you're selling as a beginner. So just a little tip for you guys. Now we'll go down to the next kind of little category here, which is manufacturing cost. And this is what will be a little bit up in the air. So the manufacturing cost could be $1.60, or it could be less, or it could be more. What I like about this tool is that you can play around with the numbers. So let's say that you are able to find a product that you want to sell, and let's say it's these air fryer liners or filters, and let's say that you're able to get it for $1 instead of $1.60. You can go ahead and plug that in, and it will recalculate all of the numbers so that it's applicable to the number that you put in. But I'll go ahead and put it back to what is already the default for now. And then they also do an estimate of the freight costs, and freight just means shipping. It's another word for shipping. So they're saying that this is what they're estimating. And they do it by cubic meter, but you can do it per pound. You can, play with it and make it whatever you want it to be. So what they're estimating is $1 for a unit. So that is what they have there. Now, this is a small product, so if you are part of the small and light program with Amazon, I think it minimizes your fees. Yes, it definitely minimizes the fees, because if we unselect it, then we can see that the numbers change. So we'll just leave that, but that is something that you would have to apply for to have it be small and light. It's not automatic all the time. So then we've got the FBA fee, which is what Amazon is charging you, and it kind of breaks down into a couple of different things. So for the FBA fee, which is basically the shipping fee of this product, is $4.42. They're estimating that how long this would be in storage for would be a month. If it was longer, the numbers would adjust, but we'll just leave it as it is. And then we've got the storage fees. The reason that the storage fees are different for January through September and then October through December is that October through December is holiday season, Q4. So that is a very busy time at Amazon. And so they charge you a bit more if you are going to have your products in storage during that time. So that's why those fees are slightly elevated. And then we've got the referral fee, which is dependent on the category. So you can go ahead and click on the category. This one specifically would fall under kitchen. So I'll go ahead and put it there. And so it'll calculate the referral fee, which is $1.20. And normally that is just a percentage of your selling price. So for this one, it seems a little bit high, but I like that it just does it for you. You don't have to worry about it. And then you can go ahead and add in any other costs that would be affecting your numbers. So if we go and scroll to the bottom here, we can see a couple of different things, and primarily we see what the net margin is. So it's actually interesting. I did not look at this product before I used it as an example, but this, according to the profitability calculator, is a product that's not even making money. But this is an algorithm, this is a computer. So essentially we have to be able to look at this from an outside perspective and think to ourselves, well, if they were losing money, they wouldn't be selling this product. So that means that there's something in here that we are not necessarily able to account for. And what I suspect is that the manufacturing cost is much lower than what is pre-populated. So I would guess that they're getting this product for a lot less. So let's say that they were getting this product for 50 cents a unit. And if we do that, then that would mean that they're actually making 79 cents, which seems like a very small amount of money. But if they're selling a lot of this product, a large volume, 79 cents could still be a good amount of money depending on how many they're selling. And I will check in just a second so we can kind of make sense of this. But what we can see is the margin. So what is their profit margin? And again, they're doing it for the majority of the year versus Q4. So that's why we've got two different numbers here. And then the return on investment per unit. So when I change the numbers, they're in the green, but when I leave it as is at the 160, they are definitely losing money. But why would they sell this if they were losing money, right? So you've got to be able to look at it objectively and kind of make sense of what you're seeing. So I'm going to go back and put it at 50 cents a unit. And let's just say that they were making 79 cents a unit. I can go ahead and show you guys how much they would be making a month by scrolling up to the top and looking at their 30-day sales. So over 30 days, they do about 2,147 units. And if they were making under $1 per unit, that means that they wouldn't be making very much, maybe $1,500 or so a month in profit. Maybe it's worth it to them, maybe it's not. Maybe they're getting this product for even cheaper than what I'm thinking. Maybe it's 10 cents a unit, so they're making more than what I'm, able to predict. So I hope that that makes sense. And we are going to do one more example of a product with maybe bigger numbers to demonstrate the profitability calculation a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do an air fryer instead of the air fryer filter, because that'll give us drastically different numbers. And for this one, I'm going to pick on one that looks more like a private label instead of just like Ninja or a very well-known brand, since obviously we're talking about private label here. Let's use this one here. It's called All Cool. Randomly, don't know why I picked it. I guess I like the color. And we're going to use the profitability calculator on this one as well. And I'm just going to give it a second. So it looks like they're only selling 273 of these in a month. So they're not selling very many, but this is a more expensive product. So I'm going to use the profitability calculator, and I'm going to use the extension in the toolbar instead this time, just for variety. And we can see some pretty good information here. So remember what I said, it defaults to FBA. We can see the product specs, $79.95, the dimensions, the weight, the size tier. Remember I said we don't want to sell anything oversized. This one happens to be small oversized. And on top of that, the weight of this product is very heavy. We would not want to sell anything this heavy for a first product. So we would want to be looking at something 3 pounds or less. 2 pounds or less is actually ideal. So this is way heavier than what we would want. Luckily, we're not selling this product. But if we go to the unit manufacturing cost, Helium 10 is predicting $15.99. So if they're able to buy this product for $16 and sell it at the price of $80, that means that they're probably making a pretty good amount of money. But we can see the breakdown more specifically here, what they're estimating for freight. So even though they're getting it for $16 according to Helium 10, and again, this is just an estimate. You can message some suppliers, go on Alibaba and find more solid numbers to play with. So maybe you go on Alibaba and you can't get this for anything less than $20. You can go ahead and make it 20 so you can see how it affects the numbers. But I'm going to leave it at the default for now. And it's saying that what they're thinking the unit freight cost is $14.46. So that's what they are kind of estimating there. And then we can see what the FBA fees are. So the Amazon fees at $16.03. We can see what they're thinking the storage fee would be, the referral fee. And with all of that being accounted for, what we can see is that the net margin, so the dollar amount that they're making off of each one, would be $20.77 if everything else was accurate. And then their margin would be just about 26%, so 25.97%, and then their return on investment would be 66, almost 67%. So it's very nice to be able to just have this tool do all of the calculations for you. You don't have to pull out your calculator, you don't have to, do any math yourself. And if they are making $20 a unit and they are selling 273 units in a month, that's where you would be able to see roughly how much money they're making a month off of this product. And you can just go from there. So it's really, really important that you find tools that can kind of expedite your research process so that you're not spending a bunch of your time trying to do the math yourself, because you are a person and you could mess up the numbers and that could completely throw everything off. So you want to be able to just use a tool that's going to get it right every time, and you can just take a quick look and say, okay, if they're making $20 a unit, then this might be something that is worth my time. Whereas with the other example, it looked like they were losing money or not making very much. So that might be something where you look at it and you say, I don't want to do that product because there's not enough money to be made, right? So then you can kind of see how a tool like this would be super helpful. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you have any other questions about Helium 10 or using this tool specifically, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you want me to demonstrate how to use any of these other tools to find your products for Amazon FBA. I'm happy to help. And with that, we will close out the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.